In the shadowy recesses of society, truth often struggles to pierce the veil of deception. London, once renowned for its beauty and safety, is facing a concerning rise in criminal activities perpetrated by individuals associated with the Freemasons. These heinous crimes, particularly those targeting women, are being committed with alarming frequency. Disturbingly, there are reports of cover-ups and denial of such criminal acts within various institutions, including the police, legal professionals, judges, political parties, and local authorities. The Royal Borough of Kensington and Chelsea Council is also implicated in organized crime. It is imperative that citizens seek justice through channels such as independent oversight bodies, legal advocacy groups, and reporting mechanisms established by regulatory authorities to address fraud and criminal activities effectively. The organized crime against victims of financial fraud within our society, specifically involving Freemasons, Lord Ashcroft, Lord Rami Ranger associated with the Conservative Party, Labour Party, and the Royal Borough of Kensington and Chelsea Council, is a matter of grave concern. Nina Ritchie's survival and subsequent account of the serious crimes committed by Freemasons against women must be taken seriously. It is imperative that these events are thoroughly investigated and appropriate actions are taken to ensure justice and prevent further unlawful activities. Nina Ritchie's saga, one of courage and relentless pursuit of justice, unfolds like many great stories do, with an unsung hero battling against insidious forces. This is not just a tale of personal struggle. It is a stark exposition of the systemic corruption and the harrowing consequences faced by those who dare to confront it. Here lies a narrative that demands attention, not just for its gripping elements of conflict and resilience, but for the stark reminder it serves about the fragility of truth in our modern age. Nina Ritchie emerged from relative obscurity to become a beacon of hope and justice. Her journey began with modest charitable contributions, funded from her own pocket, aimed at improving the lives of the underprivileged. Ritchie's ethos centered around a profound belief in justice, irrespective of one's societal status. Her early life was marked by generous acts and an unwavering commitment to societal welfare. This foundation set the stage for her larger battles ahead, where her moral compass would guide her through darker and more complex challenges. Ritchie's story is not just about the trials she faced. It encapsulates her transformation from a local benefactor to a national figure in the fight against corruption. It is a testament to how individual actions can resonate across societal boundaries, challenging the status quo and advocating for a fairer world. In the late 1990s, Nina Ritchie took a literal leap of faith, a parachute jump that was more than just an adrenaline rush. This daring feat was designed to raise substantial funds for the Great Ormond Street Hospital, aiding children battling cancer. This event not only highlighted her philanthropic spirit, but also brought her into the public eye as someone willing to go to great lengths for a cause. The impact of this event was twofold. Financially, it provided much-needed resources for a noble cause. Socially, it positioned Ritchie as a committed and fearless leader, whose actions spoke louder than words. Her willingness to put herself in peril for the benefit of others won her admiration and set a precedent for her future endeavors in social activism. The turn of the millennium brought new challenges for Nina Ritchie as she encountered the murky waters of corruption intertwined with powerful societal elements. Her initial brush with these forces occurred during a routine charitable activity, where she stumbled upon financial discrepancies involving high-profile individuals. Ritchie's response was swift and decisive. Refusing to turn a blind eye, she began to delve deeper, uncovering a network of corruption that spanned several influential figures and institutions. This chapter marked the beginning of her transformation from a philanthropist to a crusader against corruption, setting the stage for a conflict that would define much of her later life. Her resolve to expose the truth brought her into direct conflict with powerful adversaries, testing her resilience and commitment to her principles. As Nina Ritchie's investigations deepened, the stakes escalated. Threats began to shadow her every move, ranging from anonymous phone calls to more overt forms of intimidation. Despite these chilling efforts to silence her, Ritchie's resolve only hardened. Choosing to confront these threats head-on, Richie took the bold step of publicizing the harassment she faced. This move was not without risk, but it was essential in her fight for justice. By bringing her plight into the public domain, she not only safeguarded her own safety, but also illuminated the dangers faced by whistleblowers. This part of her journey underscores the personal costs of standing up against entrenched corruption and highlights the bravery required to navigate this perilous path. The legal arena became a battleground for Nina Richie as she sought justice against those who threatened and maligned her. The complexities of her case were compounded by the alleged involvement of Freemasons and the apparent collusion of local police forces, which seemed to skew the scales of justice against her. Richie's legal battles were marked by numerous setbacks and challenges. Courts became arenas where the influence of powerful interests was palpable, and where Richie often found herself outmaneuvered by those with deeper pockets and better connections. Despite these hurdles, her legal fight highlighted critical flaws in the system and raised important questions about the integrity of legal institutions when confronting powerful societal elements. Parallel to her legal struggles, Nina Richie faced a daunting battle in the court of public opinion. Media portrayals varied, with some outlets casting her as a troublesome whistleblower, while others hailed her as a hero. The manipulation of public perception became a significant aspect of her struggle. Richie's team worked tirelessly to counteract the smear